Hey you guys, welcome back to Tamaya's podcast. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. Today we are going to be discussing the sit down conversation Ari had with her father. And if you guys are not aware of who Ari is, she is a celebrity. She is a social media influencer. She dates Moneybagg Yo, and she is also one of the cast members on a TV show called The Impact Atlanta. There was a conversation she had with her father, basically asking him what happened, why were you not around? And I'm gonna import the clip now.
Like my main thing was to make sure that I paid the child support.
You felt like that you paying child support was okay enough for being a dad.
Yeah.
I still feel like your reason is bullshit.
Yeah, maybe I would have seen you more. But like I didn't pay for one or two. I was paying for three at a time. So that's why I want you to, you need to like picture that. My life was really at my job most of the time. Like I work hella hours, 10 and 12 hour days till you became 18 years old.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, that means something.
No. You weren't there for graduations. You weren't there for dances, for prom. I feel like it's completely like missing out on my life.
But I was chasing happiness too for myself. That's what I got caught up in.
So you got what you accomplished. You feel okay? No.
No, because the reason
Because I'm off child support.
No, the reason
Let's take a shot to that.
No.
That's bullshit. I feel like coming here and getting his side and hearing his truth is just kind of like a letdown for me.
Even though I don't like see you physically like we doing now, I'm strolling through Instagram and then I see a picture of you. I'm like, oh, okay, she doing all right. I don't even have to communicate with her.
I'm your daughter. You telling me you check on me through the internet. Whoop-de-fucking-do. So do everybody else. That don't mean nothing. I could be at home ready to jump off a damn cliff and you talking about, oh, well, you look happy on the internet. That don't mean nothing. Like, people be having the worst days ever. And if I have a photo shoot, if I gotta go to work, or if I got a meeting, I still have to show up and do that because that's my job. I'm not a dad, obviously, but I'm a mom and I just feel like I can't see me missing like any single little part of your son's life. And I just feel like you should have done it for me. You didn't even try for me. I don't think that you really understand how much that you like have broke me as a woman.
Well, I mean, I just...
No more excuses. I just don't know you. He's going around the points that I'm trying to make and he is coming up with like these excuses and it's just like, okay, I see what you're saying, but no, like it don't make sense. When something comes to your child, I feel like all bets is off.
Now listen, during this whole entire conversation, my feelings were so hurt for her. Matter of fact, the whole episode, leading up to the sit down, she was just expressing to her family and friends how I want to sit down and talk to my dad. I want to know why did he leave me? I guess he was in her life up to the age of 7 and then just disappeared. And she was just talking to her friends and her sister, communicating about it. She was just very emotional. You could tell it really bothers her, in which I understand. Of course, it'll bother anybody. She even cried when she was talking to her mom about how she was preparing to go sit down and talk to her dad about it. But when she actually got there, and it's just how careless he was. Like, you think because you paid child support all these years that was enough? You really think that's enough? And he said, yeah. His response was, yeah. And you could just see her heart just breaking even more during the conversation. She was already heartbroken, dealing with the fact that my dad is not there. But now that I'm sitting down and I'm asking him about it and seeing how careless he is and how he has no type of remorse, no nothing, you can tell it broke her heart even more. I just don't think that people understand that. Yeah, kids need to be taken care of financially, but A child really want attention. They want quality time. Yeah, they might want stuff that costs money, but quality time and attention from their father overrides anything. I just feel bad. It really makes no sense how some people don't understand that. Because you pay child support, you can't be there for her graduations. You see her go to prom. She had a child. I'm pretty sure you wasn't around for that. For her birthdays, for Christmas, because you're on child support. And you probably would have never been on child support if you were in the picture. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, it's the type of excuses that some men, because everybody is not the same. I say this all the time. All men are not the same. There are some great fathers in the world. There are some great fathers in this world that actually tries and give their best, or the best that they can, depending on their situation, their current situation. But the ones that make excuses, it's so frustrating. And me as a single mom, who 5 of my kids, their fathers are not even in the picture. And one of them like to say, you don't need me, you got your mama and your grandmother. They didn't help me make these kids. You sound so childish and ignorant. It's the type of lame excuses they come up with, like, who raised y'all? It would never make sense. No matter how you try to dress it up, oh, I was working a lot, okay, cool, but you have kids that need your attention. It's just truly sad. It really is. And they don't understand. They also don't understand that mentally, you damage your child because now they feel abandoned, unloved, unwanted. Right? It's really terrible. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. And it's not a good feeling. It's really not. But to see a father be so careless, like, okay, I didn't grow up with my dad. My mama raised us alone, but me and my dad are close now. And still to this day, he always apologized for not being around when I was growing up. But to see this father, Ari's father, be so careless, like he don't have no type of remorse, it's just absolutely heartbreaking. It really is. Not only did, like I said, my situation with my dad, but now here I am raising kids alone who don't have their fathers around. And it's always some type of excuse. I have one daughter, her dad, his excuse, oh, you don't know what I go through. Do you know what I go through raising kids by myself? Like, having to make sacrifices and this, that, and the third to make sure they got what they need year round, got what they need for their birthday or what they want for their birthday, for Christmas, this, that, and the third. Back to school shopping. But you telling me I don't know what you go through? Put yourself in my shoes. Try to understand what I go through. And I'm pretty sure Ari's mom felt the same way, having to raise kids by herself. Father just disappeared out of nowhere, and here you are with the excuse of, well, I paid my child support. What? That was good enough to miss out on physically raising your child? Physically bonding with your child? Seeing your child graduate? Seeing your child get dressed up for her first prom, or whatever the case may be, you just felt like, oh, paying child support, that was just enough. Nothing else mattered because you're paying child support. Are you serious? That's ridiculous. I heard a lot of ridiculous things that come out of deadbeat men mouths. That's just it. And this is why my daughter dad, he don't understand. He think, oh, you too hood. Why you so hood but you go to church? It's not about me going to church, or it's not about me being hood. It's the simple fact of that ain't no good enough excuse what you go through in life. So your kids gotta suffer because you, and then what you be going through be things that it's situations that you put yourself in. Like, because you in and out of jail, or you want, that's different. You put yourself in situations to be in and out of jail. That's where my anger come from, because it's stuff that could be prevented had you have made better decisions, knowing you have kids out here that need you. So I don't want to hear that, oh, you don't know what I'm going through, when you're only referring to being in and out of jail because you're making bad choices in life. So now your kids gotta suffer, and their mom have to be left to raise these kids on her own. It makes no sense. The type of excuses that some people come up with in their mind to make it seem like they're actually making sense, when in reality you're not. I feel bad for Ari, but I also want to say this because she does have a son with G Herbo, and in the same episode she was kind of going in. I think it was the same episode, or it could have been the episode before that, prior to that episode. But she was kind of going in on him. I felt like she was a little too harsh. He did miss his son's pre-K graduation, and she kind of went in. She was like, "You're a terrible father," and I just feel like, granted, yes, he could have made plans to attend his son's graduation. No excuses. If you knew ahead of time, you could have moved accordingly or planned your schedule where you knew for a fact you was going to make your son's graduation, or for his birthday party, same thing. But at least he's trying. I have kids that have never seen their father on their birthdays, never seen their father on Christmas days, on Christmas holidays, Thanksgiving, just in general during the year, have never seen their father for it, like at all, literally. So Yeah, he could have made plans. He could have planned those days better, but at least he's making an effort. And he's like, and he apologizing like, okay, I already feel bad that I missed my son's graduation, but I'm here for his birthday party, this, that, and the third, and she was still kind of going in on him. I just feel like if a man is trying, that's better than not trying at all. Give some type of credit. And she did clear it up at the end, like, you know, I'm sorry for being so hard.
That just hurt my feelings. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's crazy. Do you honestly feel like I'm a terrible dad? And if you say yes, I'll just shut up and let you have it. You really feel like I'm a terrible dad?
Lately, I feel like you've been a terrible dad.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you why. One, on your son's birthday, you had to leave early. You couldn't stay for the whole party. Two, you just missed his graduation. So that just really, really pissed me off.
You have every reason to be upset. Now the way you carrying it,
I just feel like you're not taking accountability.
I missed his graduation. I fucked up, point blank period. That's the bottom line. Everything else you saying, that's your opinion. But at the end of the day, me being a father and how I feel about my son is unexplainable feeling.
Okay. You heard.
I mean, I just feel I would take a man, I would take a father who's trying. I would take that. At least he's making some type of effort other than the one I got that says, oh, you don't need me, you got your mama and your grandma, nigga, because they had to step in. Or they didn't even have to, because it's not their responsibility. They didn't help me make these kids. But through the goodness of their heart, they stepped up and they helped me with my kids, knowing that you were a deadbeat. You were careless, you didn't care. So I would prefer a man who actually tries, who makes an effort to be there for their child. You got to give credit when credit is due. Nobody's perfect, but at least he's trying. He communicate with his son. This, that, and the third. Do he help take care of his son financially? I mean, take the good. I prefer that's just coming from me. Somebody who does absolutely everything by myself as far as in the parenting situation for most of my kids without any help from their father at all. At all. I would at least respect the man that's trying. Not saying that it's wrong to say, hey, listen, I don't appreciate the fact that you missed his graduation. I'm not saying she's wrong for voicing her opinion or venting to him, but I just feel like she was a little harsh being that he's trying. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully next time he is sure to arrange his plans or sets his schedule up. Like, listen, my son's graduation, my son's birthday is on this day. I'm going to make sure that that day is completely free. I don't have no other obligations, plans, shows, whatever to do on that day, or at least after the more important event, which is whatever event pertains to his son that day. If you got to make plans that day, just make it afterwards. Or earlier, make it before. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that means he's a bad dad. It's kids out here that don't see their dads at all. Their dad don't even call to see if their child or kids are breathing. So just be thankful that you have a active father who's around. And let me say this too, it's also, I know single fathers that go through, it's the same. They're doing everything on their own, wishing their kids had an active mother around in the situation to care, to help provide, or not even just to provide, to be there physically for their child, to bond with their child, to give them that mother's love that their kids need. You know what I'm saying? So it's also single dads out here too. It's a struggle. So y'all, what do y'all think about the situation with Ari and her dad, as well as the situation with Ari and her son's father? I'm gonna make sure to provide both clips of both situations. And as always, you guys be blessed. See you on the next episode. Also, just to give you guys a heads up, one of my upcoming episodes, I am going to be discussing something that has bothered me for the last few months. Something that has been emotionally draining. It don't even have anything to do with me, but just the kind of heart I have. I have a big heart, and I'm very, very, very emotional. So this is a case that I have been following for months now. It is called it's a little girl. Her name is Breasia Terrell, and then it's a man involved. His name is Henry Dinkins. So yeah, the next episode is probably going to be a bit more emotional because of the situation, but we'll get to it when I see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching.